So sorry for the delay there, gang. We are Woodward Sports. Ryan Ermanni, Braylon Edwards, Tom Mazaway, KG, and Pete Spivak. I want to thank the great team here at Woodward Sports for getting us back on air. If you've been watching today, we've been having some problems dealing with some AI attacks and things like that. So, but we are up and running now, and we believe we've got a pretty good show for you today. Good morning, or good afternoon, Braylon Edwards. It's been a long day.
It's the Russians, man. We're still in our Wi-Fi.
Russia.
Passwords.
China.
China. Always been Russia and China. No, good to see you guys, man. Look, we're behind the queue, so let's get this thing rocking and rolling. However you want to start it, Ryan.
No doubt about that, guys. We're going to talk to Dave Burkett momentarily. We'll get his take on the Detroit Lions. Very excited to talk to Dave. It's been a little while since we've talked to Dave. He is the Lions beat reporter for the Detroit Free Press. And it was really his question yesterday at the press conference that got a lot of buzz in this area. And it was in regards to if Brad Holmes has discussed potential trade partners and players that could potentially come here to Detroit, if a trade was imminent or not. And Dan Campbell jumped up and down and said maybe, and kind of was alluding to it. But then he was on with a local radio station earlier today, like squashing that a little bit, just saying he answered it in a different way because the first time he answered it wasn't as good. People didn't take it. But nonetheless, we fully anticipate, Braylon Edwards, a trade, some type of help from somebody that is going to rush the quarterback.
Yeah, they saw the game. You know, you watched the game last week. It was great on offense. 52 points were scored. But when you watch the opening of that game, especially the first half, Mason Rudolph was able to take his time and find the weapons, and that weapon was Calvin Ridley. So when you see it from that lens, you knew you had to make a move. You know a move has to be made regardless of the defensive outcome. So it's just going to be interesting to see which direction they go to, because I think the majority of us feel that the big deal is off the table. It's not going to be a huge splash. It's not going to be one of those ones where you're like, oh, my God, I can't believe they went and did that. Flip side of that coin, Ryan, though, they've done some things, and it was usually around the draft that they've made moves in which would question. You're like, oh, my God, I can't believe that they went up and got Jameis Williams for 20 picks. I can't believe they drafted a running back.
Jahmyr Gibbs, yeah.
Jahmyr Gibbs.
Traded back to get him in the first round.
100%, you know, in the top 12 picks. So those are some decisions that they made. But once again, it is drafting their own players. So I think they know they got to get a guy.